welcome to Hope for Survival YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Happy almost Thanksgiving to you wherever you may be. Hopefully you get to spend your day, or that's part of your day, with loved ones, friends, and so forth. To stop and take a moment to count your blessings and share a meal and maybe have a few laughs and just appreciate life. It's been a long year, has it not? 2024 has flown by, but then again, it's like it has just thinking of all the things that have happened in 2024 and what could potentially happen in 2025. I really don't know what to title this video. Is it a nothing burger? Is it another swamp creature? Is it Back to the Future? Nothing to see here, move along. So many different things. I like to sit back and observe people, news cycles, Google the names of politicians and look at their careers and look at what they've stood for and not stood for, and simply how fickle they are. How 1 year they're fighting for a cause and 5 years later they are fighting against the same cause, and the only difference was which political party was in power at the time. And I was excuse me, I was driving down the road yesterday and today, up to Mount Vernon, Ohio, and back today to pick up some donations pertaining to Hurricane Helene, which I will have another update on. Excuse me, Hurricane Helene. In the next couple of days, I'm headed over to visit Brother Ed in Hampton tomorrow morning, and then on over to Poga, Elk Mills, across Roan Mountain, to visit my new friends over there, where I work the first disaster area. And I'll be connecting with Dr. Amanda Cartwright tomorrow, and then I'll be connecting with her Patriot sister, Nurse Tammy, later in the afternoon before heading on east to West Virginia, Virginia. They are two different states, by the way. I learned that the third time in third grade. So they are two different states. To take a few days to visit with family and take a couple days R&R. Much needed. I've been battling some kind of crud or congestion or something like that, and I've been taking Dr. Amanda the Weed Doc's fire cider, and it's like a torpedo. This stuff is wicked, but it's good. It's really good. Once I got past the first time, each time I drink it now, it's a little bit easier, but I appreciate it and appreciate her passing some off to me. But anyway, sorry. I'm a little bit tired, so my brain's kind of running like an egg in an unlevel stove. Do you remember as a kid? Do you remember how you would like stand in front of a mirror and practice getting your line down on practicing how you were going to ask for permission for whatever, maybe to borrow $1 from a parent or a guardian, or to go to a movie, or to go to a sleepover, or whatever it may be. And you'd practice it over and over and over and over in front of the mirror. And then as soon as you got in there in front of a parent, you melted like cheap butter. And it didn't come out the way you practiced it for days. Sometimes I feel like that's the Republican Party, and how they hem-haw and spitter spatter around, and they're going to be a tough guy, and then a Democrat walks by and just like spanks them in the head, and it's over. It's kind of like what I've talked about before. You know, you got one side that basically says the heck with the laws, we're gonna do what we want to do, and then you got the other side that are kind of like choir boys or Ivy Leaguers, uh, and they're trying to be prim and proper and official, and dot their I's and cross their T's, and I'm not condemning them for that. I just, the more and more I watch it, it's almost becoming comical. I don't know how I got on it, but somehow on my cell phone, these on YouTube, all these little 5 and 10 minute grillings. It might be Jim Jordan or Matt Gaetz or someone just like lighting up a witness. And it kind of reminds me back of the Bulldog when Trey Gowdy was leading the Benghazi investigation. How'd that work out for us? And again, I'm not condemning any of them. I wouldn't want their job. But what I'm saying is, how do you expect anything to change and get better when it's just more of the same? You know, my years ago when I was a kid, my grandfather was not a man of many words. He would often just kind of mumble a little bit, and he was kind of a deep thinker. But I can remember him walking away, saying one time, oh, he said it more than once, but it was something to the effect, that person's so dumb they can't fight their way out from between two slices of bread. And sometimes I feel that way about their politicians. And I know they had to have some smarts to get elected, that and a lot of money. But how can we, the people, ever expect anything to go forward and change when Washington, D.C., the entire government's like a tricycle on cinder blocks? And they just pedal, and it goes nowhere. And, you know, occasionally someone flies over the handlebars, and they just put someone else on there. And we the people, we truly believe that winning this election was going to be a difference maker. And I hope and pray that it is. I'm just not convinced yet. I'm not convinced yet of who's real, who's in costumes. I have felt this way for. You ever have a gut feeling, and it just kind of just bites you in the gut? I've had this gut feeling that one of the big names who has been put forth in some type of role in the new Trump regime government, that one of them is a faker and they're going to sell him out. Um, I won't say which one I think it is, but I do believe that we, the people, are so desperate for change and putting our hope in a earthly being instead of where it should be, that we're riding a horse called blind faith, uh, thinking it's going to take us to the finish line. And I just hope you didn't bet the farm on it. Okay? And I have dear friends, close friends, who I love spending time with. And sometimes I may bait them to get them to talk about a topic. And they'll tell me 15 ways to Sunday how something's going to work out. And I know they've heard it on a podcast somewhere. Clickbait. Kind of like it's been since 2016, 2015. Anything to get you to come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow and listen again. Click, 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 cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's how it works. So I personally, I would encourage you, all of you, myself included, I would encourage all of you to pick and choose wisely where you get your information. I would vet it very, very well. Just because someone has 1 million, 5 million, 10 million followers doesn't mean the information they're passing along is accurate. I won't say any names, but we've been down this road before. And I would encourage you to stay focused in your 5-mile radius, what's going on in your community around you. I would stay focused on Washington, D.C. a little bit, but I would definitely encourage you to focus on natural occurring events. I've been suggesting it for well over a year, and I would continue to do so. The sun is angry, and the sun is doing wicked things, and there's a lot of natural events that are happening that are going to impact our way of life. So I know Washington's going to fix that too, right? How well has Washington fixed the Hurricane Helene disaster down in North Carolina? I don't care if you're a Democrat or if you're a Republican, you can blame it on whoever you want. American people sleeping out in tents in freezing temperatures in 2024 is not acceptable, period. Just the times we're living right now, it is not business as usual. We have to take care of our own. We have to take care of our own people. Because a disaster caused this, but on the same breath, homeless rates are going up, crime rates are going up, cost of living is going up, food costs are going up, wages are not keeping up with the cost. It goes on and on and on. Okay? there are two political parties in Washington, D.C., and personally, I hold them both accountable. Okay? It's not personal, it's strictly professional. And we've got to flip the coin here to the realization of how the original intent. They work for us. They don't tell us how it's going to be. They tell us why they couldn't and how they're going to fix it. All right. So I think my grandfather may have been right about the sandwich thing, because there's a whole bunch of them stuck down in that sack or that loaf, and if you leave them in there too long, they mold, and people just throw them away. You know. So anyway, give it some thought. Be wise. Stay focused. Keep your head on a swivel. The holidays are coming up over the next couple months. You know Washington they are not going to sleep. Okay? Soon they will go on holiday, and the Republicans won't be in town. The Democrats will probably sneak in at night, and they'll be passing all kind of crazy stuff. Not to mention they're trying to start a world war. So just try to have a good week, and keep yourself safe, and say a few extra prayers for our brothers and sisters who are in desperate need of help right now. We'll do the best we can to help them, but there's so many in so many different locations that it's hard to get to all of them. So, is this the new America? I sure hope not. But I'm not convinced yet. If you like this video, hit like. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting on? It's free. It's one of the last few remaining free things in America. So just click it and get it over with. All right, I gotta run. I gotta pack. I got a trip tomorrow. But I wanted to come and chat with you for a few before I hit the road, and just share some thoughts with you. All right, I'm typically an optimistic person, pretty positive. And if I stay away from the TV or stay away from news or radio, I can stay pretty positive. But it's just some negative stuff out there. It's rotting the brains of so many. So anyway, count your blessings, and don't forget to give thanks. Bravo Echo out.